So Kanaya, you want me to start?
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. We can start.
Kanaya, before I start, you will have to confirm if I'm audible because I'm struggling with my internet today.
Yes, sir. So far, you are loud and clear.
And all my team have to be very attentive. If at any point of time you feel my voice is breaking or I'm not audible, you will have to trigger me immediately because then I'll have to switch the internet.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Give me a minute and then I'll start. Yeah. Hi. So first of all, very good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here this lovely morning. I know in most part of the country it has been raining and you have been confined to your homes. But what we promise you today is your confinement to home today is probably going to be the next 1 hour, a highly productive 1 hour, and a takeaway which, if you replicate in your career, would probably help you exponentially. So that's what we're going to do in the next 1 hour. Hi, so I'm Rajesh Kumar Singh. I am the Director and CEO for ICOFP, International College of Financial Planning. We are a part of Bajaj Capital Group. ICFP was established by Bajaj Capital Group in way back in year 2002. Kanaya, I can again see somebody saying not audible. Am I
No,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. Ashok, you can please give your number here so that anybody facing a technical challenge can call you and take assistance.
Sure, sir.
So I take care of the education business here, and I was saying that Bajaj Capital established the ICFP in year 2002. Our purpose of establishment by Bajaj Capital was to impart super specialized financial education. And when I say super specialized, as an institution, we do not teach generic finance. So we do not teach something like MBA finance or PG finance or other programs in finance. What we teach is some international, highly super specialized programs like CFP and CFA, meaning to say financial planning and financial analysis, personal finance and corporate finance. So we take our specialization, our expertise to that depth, and that's what we try to bring in all the deliveries that we have. So coming back to the topic today, the invites that have gone to you, the promo, the emailers which have gone to you, all of those have mentioned that we are going to talk about CFP challenge pathway today. Many of you who would be knowing CFP, I am very sure would have heard about this term challenge pathway or challenge status as it was earlier called in the past. Now, for the last 2 years, this word was something which was completely missing because challenge pathway was stopped. Now it is going to be revived. Challenge pathway is coming back, and that's a great opportunity for all the working professionals, all the IFAs, the mutual fund distributors, the insurance advisors. I mean to say the experienced professionals to be a certified financial planner now, to get the accreditation of world's topmost financial certification in the personal finance space. So that's what we are going to talk now. Allow me a second and let me put my slides first and then I'll continue. Kanaya, slides are visible?
Yes, sir.
So though I am at length going to talk about challenge pathway in particular, but then I also assume that some of you might find CFP as a term where you would like a little more introduction to happen. You would like to know about CFP first also in detail. So talking about what CFP is, CFP stands for, C stands for certified, F for financial, P for planner. So certified financial planner. So somebody who is a financial planner, somebody who is doing financial planning, goal setting, making plans to achieve those goals, okay, and is a certified professional as well. So anybody can go and call a financial planner. That's the irony. I can call myself a financial advisor. I may call myself as a financial planner, right? But nobody, not that anyone can call himself a certified financial planner. So certified financial planner is more like a certification, a designation. The way CA is a designation, meaning to say CA you can add with your name. So if I'm a chartered accountant, I can write CA Rajesh Kumar Singh. If I'm a CFP, I can write CFP Rajesh Kumar Singh or Rajesh Kumar Singh CFP. So that's a designation, right? So similarly, exactly the way CA is a designation, CFP is also a designation. It gets added with your name. What happens when it gets added with your name? It becomes a mark of credibility. It becomes a mark of credibility for you, for you as a professional, for you as a financial planner, for you as a finance professional. So that's what CFP is. CFP is offered by the certification. The program is offered by Financial Planning Standards Board USA, FPSB USA. Okay, so it's not an India-based certification. It's an international certification valid in 27 countries across the world. And these 27 countries include all the biggies: USA, UK, Australia, Canada, Singapore, New Zealand, South Africa, China. So you name it and you would probably have it. So the same certification is recognized, is valid. Your license to practice is valid in 27 countries across the world. So it's an international certification offered by FPSB USA. The best part is the program till now, the way it was structured is the program was broken into 4 levels, 4 parts: level 1, level 2, level 3, and the final. So there were 4 levels in CFP program. Okay, so anybody willing to do a CFP had to go for level 1 first. You have to study for level 1, take level 1. You have to study for level 2, take level 2 exam, study for level 3, take level 3 exam. And after completion of all these 3, you have to take a project first, complete the project, and then you move to the last, the CFP final exam. Now, with the introduction of CFP challenge pathway, or I should say the CFP challenge pathway coming back, what will happen is you will have a waiver on level 1, 2, 3. So these 3 hurdles, these 3 exams are completely gone. Now, what would happen for you is you would straight away take the project and appear at the exam. That's all. One exam, the final exam. So by passing just one exam, you can be a certified financial planner. So your question can be, who will get the waiver, or is the waiver applicable for anybody and everybody? No, it's not. The waiver is given only to very specified audience. Who that specified audience is, what are the eligibility criteria, how do you enjoy that challenge pathway, is all that I'm going to talk today. One important note, please do not leave the webinar, leave the talk in between, because there are a lot of things that I'm going to talk, and probably the most exciting things are going to come at the end. Okay, so I will talk everything about what fee you have to pay to the board, how do you study, what content you have to study, what are the books that you have to study. Everything is that I'm going to talk now. Okay, so let me move ahead. So I was mentioning that CFP challenge pathway, what challenge pathway is. I mentioned that in the normal pathway of CFP, what was happening is you have to take level 1, then after that you have to go to level 2, then after that you have to go to level 3, and then come to level 4. That was the normal pathway, right? The routine pathway. So this long journey was there for you. This long journey. Now you are cutting it short. Cutting it short, you are going straight from 0 to 4. So you are straight away taking this level 4 exam, and this is saving your time. That's why it is also named as accelerated pathway. So it's an accelerated pathway for you, whereas if typically completion of CFP would take around 10 to 12 months, completion of CFP through challenge pathway will take roughly around 3 to 4 months. If the study time I'm saying, the hours to study for the normal pathway would be approximately 220 to 30 odd hours, in the challenge pathway it would be just around 40-50 hours. So you are cutting short the whole story, the whole journey by almost 1/4 or 1/3. That's where the advantage is for you. So as I mentioned, what challenge pathway is, you bypass first 3 levels. You are not supposed to take level 1, 2, 3 exams. Now your query here can be, okay, what if I bypass, then How do I get the basic conceptual knowledge which is there in level 1, 2, and 3? It's not just about passing the exam. It's also about acquiring knowledge, acquiring a skill set. And if I bypass those 3 skills, how is that I am going to understand the concepts start in level 1, 2, and 3? Fair enough. That's something that we take care of. That's something that I will tell you how do you get the knowledge for level 1, 2, and 3. Just keep watching the screen and keep live in the webinar. I'll talk about all that. Then you become a CFP by completing just one level, meaning to say you don't have to take 4 exams. What you take is just one exam. Only one exam, one evaluation, and you are a certified financial planner. And it's a fast track course. Fast track course mean essentially it takes lesser time, lesser fees as well. So easy on pocket, easy on clock, both ways. So you save your time, you save your money. Again, the question can be, so who are eligible? Keep watching, I'm going to talk about that. So before I say who are eligible, let me also first explain you how does challenge pathway work. So what you see here right now, I mentioned that this is CFP is a 4-level program, right? So what you see here right now is the description of those 4 levels that you study. So level 1 is called Investment Planning Specialist, or IPS, Investment Planning Specialist. It comprises of 3 subjects that you study, 3 modules that you study. That's personal financial management, where you study the basics of personal financial management, the concepts, the time value of money, the financial maths, etc. Then you have investment planning and risk management, where you study the whole of financial markets, financial products, and investment management concepts. Then you have regulatory environment and legal compliances, which is like investment laws, I can say. So the way like in CA or CA, you have business law or company law. Here you have investment law that you study as a part of the program. I can see somebody raising hands. Guys, my team has deliberately kept you on mute so that what I speak is loud and clear. Please wait for the turn. You can write your questions in the chat. We will take up all your questions, or at the end of the webinar, you can raise hands and we can talk. I will not take questions right now, otherwise it will interrupt the flow. Then comes level 2. Level 2 is called Retirement and Tax Planning Specialist, RTPS. It has 2 modules, retirement planning and tax planning. Retirement planning is a kind of a larger part of financial planning, which is impertinent to happen in everybody's life. I mean, I may have a different financial goal. My colleague Krishan may have a different financial goal, but probably one one event which is bound to happen in all of us life, all of our life, is we will retire from our work one fine day. So planning for retirement, pre-retirement savings, post-retirement savings, pre-retirement investment, post-retirement life, all of that is what you study in the retirement planning, the financial planning, goal setting, everything. Then you have tax planning. So here what you study is primarily the income tax and the tax related to investments as a part of your CFP program. Tax here is not like a CA tax where you study the corporate tax and MAT and all of that. Here you study more of the personal taxation. Taxation related to a person, because you as a financial planner are dealing in personal finance. Then you have level 3, where you have 2 subjects, risk management and insurance, and estate planning. Risk management is as a part of the managing risk. How do you evaluate clients' risk requirements? Here is insurance requirements, all the insurance products, what you study. Then you have estate planning, which is more of a succession planning. Please do not confuse it with real estate. It's succession planning, passing on the wealth from one generation to another. So these 3 levels are level 1, 2, and 3 in the regular pathway. Okay. Now what happens if you take CFP challenge pathway? If you are eligible for challenge pathway, you get a waiver on all these 3. You do not need to go through all these. This is absolutely abolished for you. This is not there for you. So what you have is just this, what you see on my right side, this IFP. IFP is Integrated Financial Planning Program, which is the CFP final. And the way it is structured is you have 3 modules to study, which is financial planning process and skills, engaging clients in financial planning decisions, and developing financial plans. So 3 modules to study. Let me again tell you, these 3 modules are, though in the textbook they are very theoretical, but they form as a part of the concepts which you utilize the for making your financial plans, for your clients. So these three you study as theory, and then you replicate, you use all of that what you have studied here in the capstone project. Okay, capstone project is what I was saying as the one project that you have to take as a part of your CFP program. Now, the capstone project is the most exciting part of CFP program, and trust me, it's not a typical MBA cut copy paste project. It's something which is very different and probably the most unique feature of CFP program. The best learning happens here. So the way it is designed is, in the capstone project, to get a real life case study. So real life case study saying that Rajesh Kumar Singh is working with so and so company, his salary is 100 rupees, he earns this much, he lives there, his house is this, and then he has another house which is on rent, he has this car, the value of this car is this, and then he has so many members in the family. So likewise, my entire life history will be written over 2 pages. And then the next 8 to 10 or 12 financial goals that I may have in life. For example, maybe post retirement, I want to settle in Miami. I want a villa in Vegas. Maybe I want to travel to international destinations every year for vacation. So those may be my financial goals. Now, you as a financial planner would prepare a comprehensive financial plan, which would go from maybe anything between 50 to 80 pages, and you will make my financial plan as in, how do I achieve those financial goals? So that's the kind of project. Now, how do you go and search these kind of projects on Google? So it's something that you will do on your own basis, the knowledge that we will impart you during the training of your CFP final. And we also have mentors who coach you on developing the financial plans. What template you have to follow, what calculations you have to do, what tables you have to show, what charts you have to show, how do you design a financial plan, what metrics should be there. All of that is taught to you as a part of the CFP learning for the project. And then there are case studies, because CFP final exam is based on case study as well. So I'll talk about the exam too. So we do ample amount of practice on case studies, because real life practice is what? As a real life financial planner, what are you supposed to do? Will somebody come and ask you the definition of derivatives? No. Will somebody come and ask you what is the, let's say, for example, retirement planning, let's say, for example. So will somebody ask you, come and ask you that, what is the importance of buying an NPS? No. But nobody is going to come and ask you. There will be practical implications of all of this that you have learned, and you have to directly or indirectly convey all of this to your client. So how do you do that? So to do that, we have case studies where we, the way I give you an example that Rajesh Kumar Singh and his entire life history. Similarly, there would be another cases where the case will be written and there would be some 15, 20, 25, 30 odd questions based on that. And you will have to solve those questions to understand, so that how do you interpret that case. So that's what the practical learning is imparted as a part of your CFP program. Now, coming to the exam that will happen here. So the exam that happens is a 50 questions exam. It will be 50 questions only. Okay, 50 questions, 100 marks. So before you jump to the conclusion that it is 2 marks each, let me tell you, no, it's not 2 marks each. It's 25 questions of 1 mark. Okay, which is 25 questions of 1 mark, which will come from these books that you study. Then 25 questions of 3 marks. Okay, which would come from this case study that you get in the exam. So that's why we make you do ample amount of practice on case studies. So that's what the exam is. There is no negative marking. No negative marking. Remember, there is no negative marking. As far as passing percentage is concerned, the board doesn't declare passing percentage. But with our experience of teaching the program for 20 odd years, what we have seen is it is approximately around 55%. But to be on a safer side, we advise you should aim for 60, right? Meaning to say, 100 में से 60 marks लाने हैं आपने. You have to bring 60. You have to procure 60 marks out of 100, and then you are through with your CFP. That's what our observation has been. Moving ahead. So I was saying that your question can be, if I am skipping level 1, 2, and 3, how is that I'm going to learn this? Okay. So how we make you learn level 1, 2, and 3, the basic concepts is, because that's important to learn. So what we do is, one, we give you some self-learning videos, not the boring textbooks, self-learning videos you can watch, because in the last 2 years, you would have seen enough of Netflix and probably Amazon Prime Video. So it's time that you spend some time on learning videos as well. So what we give you is self-learning videos, which you can watch at your own convenience as per your own time availability, anytime, 24/7. And the best part is you can watch it as many times as you want. There is no restriction on the number of views that you can have. So that's one, for you to have a quick view of it. But then we don't end it here. You may watch the videos, but may you have certain queries. Now we need to answer those queries as well. So other than the videos, what we do is we have a very fast track, compact kind of a program for you, which we call prep course. Okay, there is a prep course for 40-45 hours, where our faculty would summarize the first 3 levels. They would summarize the first 3 levels, would touch upon the most critical concepts from the level 1, 2, and 3. Why do we do that? Because we have to make you ready for the level 4 studies. We know level 4 is going to be a little advanced one. So level 1, 2, and 3, we teach you 2 ways. One, we give you self-study videos, which you go through on your own. And then we have 40 to 45 hours of exclusive live classes. Let me again emphasize, it's live class, the way it's happening here. Similarly, a live class where the faculty will be teaching just all those who are taking the challenge pathway. Okay, so a quick recap, teaching you all the core concepts, all the doubt clearing, the one-on-one interaction, all of that happens here. No test or no exam. As I mentioned, for level 1, 2, and 3, there is no test or no exam happening. So that's one way of we teaching you level 1, 2, and 3 as a summarized bullet. And then for level 4, what we have for you is, for level 4, we give you books, the 3 books for all these 3 modules. So you will get 3 books. We will get 1 workbook plus case study combined book. So we will get 1 practice book, which combines case studies. 10 case studies in that book are there, plus workbook. Now, the design of that practice book is made like that. Why? Let me explain that as well to you. So you have 25 questions of 1 mark. So meaning to say, you need to practice those objective 1 mark question as well. So the first part of the book that we give you in the practice book is those 1 mark questions. Then you need to answer case studies. So there are next 10 case studies, 10 comprehensive case studies with solutions in the practice book. Okay, so 3 books, 1 practice book, that's what we give you. And whatever we taught you in prep, in the live classes, that compact also we give you as a prep book. Okay, so later on also, if you want to revise those prep book, a very compact book, 1 book only for prep book, for 1, 2, 3 combined core concept prep book. So all of that is what you get as the study material for you. Now, the way this CFP final delivery is bifurcated, it would be in 30-35 hours approximately. We will spend 10 hours teaching you these 3 modules. We will spend 10 hours mentoring you for the project, and we will spend another 10 hours on this case study practice. And we will give some extra sessions, extra hours. That's why we have written 30-35 hours. And then you are ready to take the final exam. You take the final exam, you become a CFP. So that's what the structure of the challenge pathway is. That's how we teach you. That's how we're gonna prepare you for CFP final. So moving ahead, the most intriguing question which you have in your mind by now is, am I eligible? Okay, how do I know if I'm eligible? So there are only 2 things that you need to evaluate. The board has made it absolutely simple, absolutely clear for you to understand, are you eligible? 2 things, education and experience. In the education domain, they say that somebody who is a master's, okay, somebody who is a master's or 2-year PG. So if you have a PG diploma, it cannot be 1-year PG diploma. It has to be a 2-year PG diploma in specified domains. Accounting, economics, commerce, finance, these kind of domains. MSc Physics, is he eligible? No. Okay. MBA, plain MBA, MBA Marketing, is he eligible? No. You have to have education which combines finance in some way. MBA, major minus finance, is he eligible? Yes. Okay. So you have to see to it that somewhere you have the exposure of commerce, accounting, economics, finance, either of these streams at your master's level. That's the first criteria that they have. Or if you don't have this, then if you have professional qualifications like CA, CPA, CFA, AWM, CLU is, by the way, Chartered Life Underwriter. Okay. So if you have any of these certifications, then it's open for you. You can take the challenge pathway. It's absolutely open for you. So that's the education. Your question here can be, I have MBA in finance. Is that eligible? MBA, that's it. Okay, perfect. MCOM, okay. MA economics, okay, right? So all of that, whatever you see, you have to just show us your certificate. We will advise you. Although the validation would come from FPSB USA directly, we are not going to validate. But I'm saying, being your education partner, we can advise you. Okay. So that's the education part. I mentioned there are two things. One is education, and the second is qualification, your experience. So your experience comes, they state very simple experience, 3 years of experience in the BFSI domain. Only 3 years in the BFSI domain. BFSI is banking and financial services industry. So you can be in retail banking, you can be in investment banking, you can be in investment advisory, you can be in mutual funds, you can be in insurance, accounting, audit, fund management, corporate finance. You can be self-employed financial advisors too. You can be an IFA, you can be an MFD, you can be an insurance advisor. Now your question can be, if I am an MFD, how do I prove my experience? Where does the experience certificate come from? Right. So from the day your mutual fund code, the ARN code was generated, from that day experience would be considered as a valid experience for you. If you are an insurance agent, insurance advisor, from the day your insurance code was generated, from that day it will be considered as a valid experience for you. Right. So for all financial advisors who have more than 3 years of active code in their practice, they are all eligible experience wise as well. Then I don't know, out of this 170 odd people, I may have couple of professionals here who may be teaching finance. Okay, for example, kisi college mein you are teaching BCom, you are teaching MCom, you are teaching MBA finance students. So if you are teaching, 3 years of teaching experience in finance is also valid. But let me put a very clear-cut segregation here. This teaching experience of 3 years cannot be combined with 3 years of practical your work experience. What I'm trying to say is, you cannot say that I have 2 years of teaching experience and 1 year of work experience, and combining it I have 3. No, that's not acceptable. 3 years of hardcore teaching or 3 years of hardcore work experience. That's the format the board needs in terms of experience. Yeah. So that's the eligibility. Now, your next question can be, so how do I take the challenge pathway now? Imagine that I'm eligible. How do I take the challenge pathway now? So 7 steps process, absolutely simple. No disclaimers, no terms and conditions apply. Absolutely simple. You can start now. You can start today. How it start is, the first step, you join ICFP course for the challenge pathway. Because when you join, then we start your prep course. You remember I mentioned that there is a prep course, level 1, 2, 3 combined, summarized, right? So for that, we're going to give you the self-study videos. Then the classes would happen for prep course. I'll give you the prep course book. So all of that will happen. Then by the time your prep course is almost finished, you have to apply for a validation, a challenge validation with FPSB. That's the process, standard process. On FPSB site, you have to register and then upload your certificate and your experience certificate, apply for validation for challenge status. Okay, after it is approved by FPSB, then you will register for challenge pathway. Your approval will come in 2 days, and then you have to register for challenge pathway with FPSB. Once you register, the next step is booking your project. I mentioned you will get a case study like You remember I was saying Rajesh Kumar Singh, his entire life story and the 50, 70 pages case, the project. So you have to book that project. The project keep happening every alternate month. You have to book the project, then prepare the project. Now, how do you prepare the project? You have our mentors who are going to teach you, who will have exclusive classes on project mentoring, who will guide you what template you need to follow, how do you structure, what charts, what data, what analysis you need to do, etc. So you complete the project, submit the project to FPSB for assessment. Assessment of the project is done by FPSB, not by us. Okay, so you need to submit the project to FPSB. After the project is approved by FPSB, then you book your CFP final exam. The exam happens for CFP final happens every alternate month. So you can book your exam any day when you are eligible. You go and book your exam. The exam booking happens in the 1st to 5th of a particular calendar month. And you pass your exam, get your CFP. So absolutely simple 7-step process. Not much of studies, not much of exams. Short, simple studies, short, simple one exam. That's all. And you decorate yourself with the world's topmost credible financial certification in personal finance space, CFP. You become from Kanhaiya Jha to Kanhaiya Jha CFP in just 3-4 months. And this 3-4 months, again, when I am saying, trust me, these 3-4 months is because of the procedural time lag. It's not because of the study. The study you saw, prep course will take roughly around 40-45 hours and the CFP would take roughly around 30-35 hours. So studies are not going to take much time. What takes time is the procedural gap. Procedural gap means when you get the project, you get 1 month of time from FPSB to complete the project. Now you may be a very intelligent man and you may complete the project in 10 days. Another 20 days you have to wait because that's what the standard process is. Yeah. So there is a procedural gap in the time lag in the FPSB process where you spend time, and that's why it becomes 3-4 months. Otherwise, technically, it's just around 2 months. 1 month of study, 1 month of your project and exam. That's all. Technically, it's that ways, but it is spread over 4 months approximately because of the procedural time lag. So moving ahead, I'm pretty sure abhi tak everything is absolutely crystal clear. Though I have explained what as ICFP, as CFP education provider I'm going to give you, but let me again categorically state and explain every deliverable that I have for you. Before that, let me mention you that CFP program was brought to India by us. Many of you may be aware, some of you may not be aware. So you can go and Google it as well. CFP program was brought to India by us. We have the privilege of bringing this world's topmost program here in India. We are India's first and the largest education partner provider as well. The CFP program, the new framework, when it was launched in 2020, June, that was again done by us. Again, you can go on YouTube. That was the COVID lockdown era when it was launched. Again, online launching done by us here in India, 26th June. Again, the challenge status is again first ever session in India. Launch is being done here. Okay, so if you go today, nobody else in the country is going to talk to you about challenge status. And we are the first one who are bringing challenge status for you, because having such a command on the CFP program, having been in the system, CFP system since the first day, having brought the program to India, we have an absolute authority, absolute command on the knowledge about the processes of CFP, the board and everything. And that's why we bring all this first to you. So coming back, what we are going to offer you here is, the first is books and workbook. Books and workbook. Okay. So we will give you certain books. What books are we going to give you? We will give you a prep course book, which will be a summary of 1, 2, and 3. Level 1, 2, and 3 ka combined. So if you remember, many of you may know this word, Kunji, a guide. So it will be a guide, a compact guide for level 1, 2, and 3. One compact book. That's called prep course book. Then level 4 ke liye, we will give you 3 books, as I mentioned, for those 3 modules. Then one workbook, which will have the 1-mark questions and the case studies, the practice book. Okay, so what you're going to get is 5 books, 3 books, 1 prep book, and 1 practice book, the workbook and case studies. So 5 books is what we give you as a part of your challenge pathway study from ICFP. That's one. The second, as I mentioned, I will give you self-learning content, self-learning video content, level 1, 2, and 3 in a pre-recorded video content format, so that you go and revise everything and you do it quickly. Because if I start teaching you, it will take 200 hours. Whereas I have given you compact, powerful videos, illustrated videos, which you can go and watch it and probably finish it in a week. Right? So 1, 2, and 3. And the best part is you can watch it as many times as you wish. After that, I mentioned that after you watch the videos, we are going to have live classes for prep. Whatever you have done for level 1, 2, and 3 in your self-study videos as well, we are going to revise the core concept through live classes, through online live classes. The faculty would come and take online live classes, which would be approximately 40-45 odd hours. Okay, and this is to make you ready for level 4 learning. Once all these 3 is done, so this was the groundwork. Once all this is done, we move to level 4, and then the level 4 classes start. Level 4, I mentioned the classes are bifurcated in 3 parts. The first is where we teach you the core concepts of books. The second is where we teach you the project that you get. We do project mentoring for you. And the third is the case studies, where we do ample amount of practice for case studies so that you are ready for your final exam. So all of that happens here in the level 4 classes. And finally, before you go for exam, we have exclusive doubt clearing sessions. Before you go for exam, we have exclusive doubt clearing sessions with our mentors, with our faculties, where you interact them one-on-one. Just 5, 6 of you who are taking the exam, 10 of you who are taking the exam, talking to a faculty, comprehensive discussion, final brush up so that you are ready to take the exam. So this is what our offering comprises of for CFP challenge pathway. Okay, when the world has not even woken up to know where challenge pathway is coming back, we are ready with the offering, we are ready with the content. Imagine the speed at which my team, the content team, the knowledge team, the faculties they have worked on. We are ready with the workbook, we are ready with the self-study videos, we are ready with the classes, format, everything. And we are ready to give it to you today. So now your question can be, fair enough, I have understood everything. So what is the fee? How much do I need to incur? And you may also be thinking that Rajesh has just mentioned that the challenge pathway program is going to be a little easier in the pocket. So that means it has to save money. So let me share what is the fee for you. There are 2 fees that you have to pay. One is which you pay to the FPSB board. This is paid in USD, US dollars. Okay. The other is a CFP study fee, which is paid in INR, Indian rupees, which you pay to me. So what you pay to the board is for registration, for exam, for certification, all of that. What you pay to me is for teaching you, for giving you the concepts, for bringing you the faculties, for bringing you the videos, for bringing you all the doubt clearing sessions, the support, the mentoring. Okay, so 2 distinct things. So let's look at it one by one. So FPSB board fees are, I mentioned short, simple steps. The first is challenge validation. So after your prep course, when you apply with CFP for validating your postgraduate degree and your experience, the challenge validation, for that they will charge you $60. Please keep in mind this $60 is not refundable. This is non-refundable but adjustable. Okay, so which means $60. Your question can be, what if the board rejects? If the board rejects, though, there are no chances of rejection, because I have clearly said you that where is the what is the exact criteria. Even if 1% scenario, if your case gets rejected, this $60 is not refunded to you, but it can be adjusted. Adjusted meaning to say, if you move to the regular pathway, this $60 will be adjusted there. Then registration and FPSB content, they will they will ask you to register on FPSB board site, and for that they will charge you $370. $370. Okay. This is for registration plus some content also they will give you. Now, FPSB content is no, you cannot print, you cannot save, you cannot download, you cannot copy. They are textbook, plain textbook kind of format, ebooks, online books kind of format in their website, in their system, which you can just see. You cannot print, you cannot copy, you cannot save, you cannot download, you cannot even bookmark. Okay. Whereas our learning given to you is video, books, ebooks, everything, live classes, all of that. So this is just for reference over and above. If you feel, you can always refer to it. Then you have, I mentioned that you have a project to do. For project, you have to pay a project fee that is $77. And then you have the final exam. The final exam fee is $144. If you sum all of this, what you get, you have to pay is $651. Now, 651 vis-a-vis the regular pathway. The regular pathway is around $1087. So it saves around $400 odd for you. Yeah. So that's the regular pathway fee. Now in challenge, what you are paying is $650. So that saves you around $400 odd, meaning to say approximately 30,000 is what you save here. If you go for challenge pathway, you are saving 30K. That's one. That's the biggest saving in terms of money. Time, of course, you know that from 12 months, you have just brought it down to 2 months or 3 months. Okay, so 30K is one saving that you have on the FPSB board fees. Now let's look at how much do you save for your CFP study fees with us. So all of the deliveries that I spoke about, your prep course book, your prep course classes, your capstone project mentoring, your level 4 books, your level 4 classes, your doubt clearing sessions, all of these combined, the fee that you pay to ICFP for study is 25,000. Whereas in the normal thing, in the normal scenario, the fee is 50,000 for the regular pathway. I'm saying 50,000 for the physical classes and 40,000 for virtual classes, live classes, online live classes. Now, what you save here is approximately 15 to 20K. Yeah. 15 to 20K or 25K. So 15K here, 15 to 25K here. So meaning to say you are saving close to 50,000 rupees. You are saving close to 50,000 rupees by taking the challenge pathway, right? So your cost is coming down by approximately 40%. That's one. Your time is coming down by approximately 70%. Yeah, that's the saving for you. It's easier on pocket, easier on clock. So a quick comparison so that you see where are you speeding up and where are you bringing your cost down. So a regular pathway study takes approximately 220 hours. 220 hours of study, I'm saying my study that I am going to teach you more than 220. It's not your study. You may have to devote 1 hour a day. That's a separate thing. If you club that together, it would become approximately 400 hours or 440 hours. Then the challenge pathway would take approximately 70 hours only, 30 hours of your challenge and 40 hours of approximately your prep. Combined together, 70 hours. Challenge in itself is just around 30-35 hours. Okay. Average time to complete is 10 months, 10 to 12 rather. Here, technically it is just 2 because as I mentioned, study to 2 mahina hi ho raha. There is a procedural gap of project completion, spending, booking your exam, etc., etc. That's why it's becoming 4 months. But technically your involvement is just around 2.5 months. Yeah. The board fees from 1087, you are bringing it down to 651. So approximately $400 odd, 33,000 rupees here. And then study fees, even in virtual, if you take, I'm not taking 50,000 rupees, the physical classroom, the virtual also 40,000, you are bringing to 25,000. So what you end up saving here is this. You save a crucial time span of 8 to 10 months. Approximately 50,000 rupees is what you save in terms of money. And you speed up to be a CFP very quickly. So this is what you save, and you have an opportunity to become a certified financial planner. Technically, in just 2 months, considering the procedural gap and the time lag, it will always be around 3.5-4 months. But technically, your involvement, your efforts would be just around 2 months, and you are ready to wear the cap, wear the hat of prestigious hat of being a CFP. Now, before I end, quickly, let me tell you who we are. So as I mentioned, we are a part of Bajaj Capital Group. This program CFP, I'm extremely proud of saying that this was brought to India by us, and we happen to be India's first and the largest CFP education provider. 80% of CFP students today are with us. When it comes to study material, India's most comprehensive CFP study materials are offered by ICFP. As I mentioned, I have just shown you the study material that I'm going to offer you for challenge pathway. Imagine, I'm saying, imagine even the board today, even the FPSB board today is not ready with its content, and I'm ready with all my content, everything that I'm going to offer you for CFP Challenge Pathway. So that's the lightning fast speed. That's the kind of knowledge that we bring when we passionately teach you. Then the faculties who are going to teach you, they are all top CFP practitioners, industry practitioners with CFP, CFA, CA, PhDs, IM kind of background. The program, the academic delivery here at ICFP is headed by Ms. Madhu Sinha. And guys, just to mention this one strong point here. So Ms. Madhu happens to be the former director of FPSB board. Now imagine former director of FPSB board herself coming and teaching you live in the class. And she will see you live in the class in the challenge pathway as well. Yeah, so that's the kind of stellar faculties background that we have. That's the kind of authority we bring on the program. Consistently, if you see, we have a very consistent passing track record, whereas industry have just around 52-53%, our passing rate is around way above 83-84%. So a very consistent passing track record for 19-20 years. India's most notable faces in the financial planning domain, whether it is Gaurav Machruwala, Dilshad Billi Moria, Suresh Sadagopan, Silpi Johari, Bhuvna Sriram, you name it, and we have it probably. All of these, Monica Hallan, all of these top financial planning notable names in the financial advisory space, they have been all ICFP alumni. We bring you the choice to do classroom, online, self-learning, all of that. For the challenge pathway, it's going to be only online. For challenge pathway, it's going to be only online live classes. It's not going to be physical. The reason being because for challenge pathway, I am getting huge amount of queries across the country. I have queries coming in from Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, from Kolkata. So I need to teach everybody, and that's the reason why we will be doing it online. Though it's the cohort would be limited to 25-30. We won't make a big cohort of 50-60, but the focus is to teach you, to give you the best learning experience. And it is not that I am claiming that we are the best. You go and find it on Google. We are India's highest rated, 4.9 star rated CFP training institution, the only 4.9. Other CFP institutions might be rated 4.4, 4.5. I am standing at 4.9. So that's the credibility that I bring across. So that's about us. That's about what we do and why you should come to study CFP program with ICFP. And as far as challenge pathway is concerned, because challenge pathway, as I mentioned, the world does not even has not even woken up to say that challenge pathway is live. Challenge pathway is coming back officially. It is going to be live in October 1st week, and I bring you a pre-launch, exclusive pre-launch experience. The kind of content that I'm going to teach you, I've already shared. This is what I'm going to teach you. The faculties who are going to teach you, I've already shared, the likes of Madhu Sinha and other faculties who are CA, CFA, PhDs, they are going to teach you. So you know who I am, who know what I'm teaching, you know what content I have to offer you. And you know challenge pathway is going to be a time saving, an effort saving, and a money saving thing for you. So today I have, before I close this webinar, before I close this talk, Vishal, I have seen your raised hand, but give me 1 minute and I'll come back to you. So before we close this, I have a very exciting thing for you. I know this rainy morning, you all have taken out time. You have been here when half of the India is still in the bed. You are here talking to me, hearing us, knowing what the challenge pathway is. I know that essentially the reflection that you are very confident of and you are very sure of. You are very keen to have a career. You are very keen to have the credible certification of CFP tagged to you. So here is an exciting news for you guys. If you join today, okay, and here is the numbers, the website where you can visit us. If you join today, what you get is a 10% off on the CFP education fees, the CFP study fees. Okay, 10% off on CFP education fees. When I say 10% off, you remember I mentioned the fee is 25,000 rupees. The fee is 25,000 rupees for your challenge pathway. 10% off on this, meaning to say it becomes 22,500 rupees. And this is a pre-launch because, as I mentioned, this is officially, it is going to be launched in October 1st week. So 22,500 is what you can get it at. Okay, 22,500 is what you can get it at. It's absolutely clear. 22,500 is what you can get it at. That's one. Second, we also have exclusive student loan arrangements. So if you feel like, why should I pay 22,500? Can I pay part amount and in parts? Yes. So you can pay it in 6 easy EMIs as well. What you need to do is you need to pay 10% of it today. So 10% of it would be whatever, or round figure, you pay 2,500 today, and then balance 1,700, balance 20,000 rupees, 2,500 you pay today, balance 20K in 6 easy EMIs. This will be through student loan arrangement where it will be 0% interest, zero interest charge. There would be a small processing fee that the NBFC would charge you, but zero interest, absolutely zero interest charge. Your question can be, how would that happen? My team would facilitate all of that. So if you want to enroll, if you have to enroll today, this offer for 10% discount is only for today, guys. Let me tell you, let me emphasize, it's only for today. It's not for 2 days. Today, and today means today. So if you have to enroll for challenge pathway, do it now, save more money. Pay just 2,500, balance in 6 easy EMIs. You can do that through NBFC loan arrangement. Your question can be, how do I do that? Simple. Call us on this number. My team, Krishan Vasist, who is the program lead, and his entire team are there to help you, to guide you. They would help you facilitate all the transactions. They will help you register. They will help you pay your fees. They will help you book your seat. All of that would be done by them. Just take note of this number. Kanhaiya, if you can type this number in the chat box as well. So that's all we have. I am pretty sure challenge pathway is something that we have explained very clearly, very categorically to all of you. And now all of you have absolute clarity on it. I would love to see all of you joining. I mean, many of you would be here, all certified professionals, all postgraduates, and I would love to see all of you coming in. Okay, let me take a few questions from the chat, and then we will come to Vishal and Sarath. MCOM distance learning, Tejasri, yeah, if it is UGC recognized university or in college or whatever degree university, it is valid. No, BCom 12th, this is not for challenge pathway. You can go the regular pathway. Yeah, CFA eligible, Viraj. Yes, Indian CFA is also eligible. MCOM in finance, yes, eligible. Nitin, recording. I don't know, Nitin. You have to speak to my team. They would probably facilitate this for you. Can a UG student apply for it? No, Ghanshyam. I mentioned very clearly you need to be a postgraduate. You can go for the normal pathway. Normal pathway is open for anybody who's 12th standard pass out. So you can go for normal pathway. Rahul, no, PG completed. Yeah, PG completed. Okay, so majority of the questions there are MA Economics, yes, eligible, Yogesh. 2 years on the job post graduation in finance, though it is not a degree. No, your post graduation is what? Postgraduate diploma. Postgraduate diploma is okay, but it has to be a 2 years postgraduate diploma. ARN holder with 12 pass, no Manish ji, you have to take the regular pathway, all those 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. Is CS eligible? Yes, yes, Varalakshmi, eligible. Work in mutual fund? No, just work is not. I need to know your experience, your education as well. Management, yes, management, but it has to have economics, finance, accounting, those. So MBA finance is eligible. NISM 10A, 10B, no, Mayurji, no exceptions for that. For MFD, experience as an MFD is okay, but I mentioned you have to have education as well as experience. Amit, will I share the PPT? I don't know, Amit, you will have to check with my team. This is something that the team will let you know. Regular pathway I've explained already, Sandesh. So there are 4 levels, level 1, 2, and 3. You take those 4 levels and then you come to the CFP final with your project and all. And I've also mentioned the fee. If you have any queries on the regular pathway, you can still call us on this number. Our team is there to help you. CMA, yes, CMA is eligible. BCom and MBA marketing with 15 years. No, MBA marketing is not. MCom and MBA finance, yes. Working with CFM, yes. Sefali, you are probably the most eligible. Both your masters are in commerce and finance, so most eligible. And your CA firm experience. So by the way, let me tell you, even your CA articleship experience is counted. Not applicable in your case, Sefali, but there may be other joinees who are here. So even your articleship experience is counted as a valid experience. Yes, Rahul, cost is the prime element. You are saving a lot of money here. Yeah, more than 50,000 rupees you save. Manish, yes, people will call you on this number. Don't worry. What about regular pathway? I've already explained, Yogesh, the regular pathway. If you still have queries on regular, please call us on this number. I encourage you to call us on this number immediately. No, Rahul, if you are saying it's too expensive, then please look at other programs. You are talking about world's topmost program. If you're talking about a program which is offered by an international board, a USA board, even the programs which are offered in India, what do you feel is cost to be a CA in India? It takes more than 3 lakh rupees. Please evaluate. It's not just about board fees. It's also about the study fees that you end up paying. And there are 14 papers that you have to study, right? So, okay, in INR, just around 54,000, yeah. I am an LLB and MSc, no Lalitji. MSc is not eligible. MBA marketing, no. You have to come the routine, the regular pathway. MBA banking and investments, yes, Sahu Binodji, yes, you are eligible. CAIB, I can check it. You can send us your certificate because this is not specified as of now in the board's schedule, but I can check it personally with them. So you can send your certificate to us. One of our team members, they can help you with this. CMA, CFA, all are eligible. MBA, banking, finance, eligible. Yes, all of that. So I think I've taken majority of questions, Kanaya. Majority of questions. Yes, one or two may always skip because the paucity of time. Can we quickly have the people who have raised hands?
Yes, Vishalji, please go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Rajesh. It was a very informative presentation. I have 3 questions. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. One question is that I am in Indonesia, Bank of Indonesia. Is there any restriction on that in terms of the experience, or it is same? It's a commercial bank in Indonesia, and any department experience is okay.
Any department,
like I'm a director here.
Yeah. Any department experience and even Bank of Indonesia experience is valid for you.
In Indonesia. Okay, yeah. Thanks. Second question is that time limit. Like if I start today, is there any time limit, or it can go anytime?
So Vishal, technically the registration that you do is valid for a year. So you get enough of time, and when you know that it's going to take approximately 2.5 months, so 1 year is a pretty long time, but then we encourage you to take it as soon as possible.
So the exam has to be taken within 1 year, and not necessarily 4 or 5 months.
Come again?
So the final exam, you mean, has to be taken within 1 year of registration if I register today?
Yes.
I see. Okay, clear. And the third, you said that this is...
I'm sorry, actually, I'm
one more
interrupting you. We have paucity of time. We can only take 2 or 3 questions max to max, because we have to close this.
Just final, very quickly one. You said it's valid in Australia also. So yeah. After completing the exam, do I need to do something else over there to be able to practice in Australia, or nothing else needs to be done?
Okay, so if you do your CFP certification in one country and you want to practice in some other country, you want to move to some other country, all you need to do is when you land up there, you need to take one exam that's called cross-border examination. Okay, which is typically an examination comprising the local taxation and the local investment products. That's all. You clear that exam, and then you have your same license becomes valid for that country too.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yogesh, yes, MA in economics is a good enough qualification. That's valid for you. Can we have Sarat ji online?
Sarat ji, please.
Yes, thank you. I have actually a couple of questions, but it completely depends on the answer for the
Please
first.
ask one question, Sarat ji. We have no time to, answer. You can please connect after this post webinar. We can discuss in detail.
Sure. So you're saying that master's qualification from an education standpoint is must, irrespective of how many years of practice experience we've got.
Yeah.
Okay, then that I think should probably answer. Thanks so much.
Can we have Sharvesh?
Yes, Sarvesh ji,
Hello.
please.
Yes,
Yeah, can you hear me?
CA eligible, but CA completed, not final.
Hello.
Yeah, Sarvesh, we can hear you.
Yeah. Sir, I'm a BCom with finance and accounts, and I'm working as a finance controller with a mutual fund company only. Am I eligible?
No. Education wise, you need to
No.
have masters.
Okay, fine.
You can take regular pathway service. Yeah, Mayur.
Yes, Mayur, please go ahead.
Hi, sir.
I'll request you if you can switch your camera on.
Unfortunately, my camera is not working.
No issue, please go ahead.
Okay. In 2019, there was in eligibility criteria, 10A and 10B NISM certifications are valid. So by now it has gone, or it is still valid?
That's completely gone. Whatever I've shown you, the education and the experience, that's the only criteria that's going to be there for the challenge pathway. So
Okay.
10A, 10B is not going to have any exemptions for you for challenge pathway.
Okay. Thank you.
Can we have Palash?
Palash, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Rajesh. So I have done my master's in MBA in insurance banking. So
Okay.
am I eligible?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, sure. Thanks. Thank you.
Varun?
Yes, Varun ji, please go ahead.
Hi, Rajesh. I think I already got my answer, but just to clarify that education experience both is mandatory or either one of these is mandatory?
Both. Not
Both.
either one. Plus. It's plus.
Okay. Thank you.
Lalit?
Yes, Lalit ji, please go ahead.
हेलो
Yeah, Lalit.
सर राजेश जी, मैंने अपना रेगुलर पाथवे में जून 2020 में ओल्ड सिलेबस में कराया था, उससे मैंने तीनों एग्जाम दे दिए थे। उसके बाद में अपने नए रिज्यूम में मैंने शिफ्ट भी कर लिया, तो मुझे स्पेशलिस्ट सर्टिफिकेशन मिल गए हैं। तो अभी मेरा सिर्फ फाइनल एग्जाम बाकी है, उसके लिए मुझे कैसे मतलब कोचिंग वगैरह क्या करना होगा?
तो सिर्फ फाइनल के लिए तो then challenge is not for you. Then we will teach you only the final one. No, why do you need to go for challenge? Take it separately.
Okay. So
Krishan, please take note of Lalit's name.
And also, sir, एक चीज और भी है सर.
And explain him how we can help him for his CFP final, because he has already cleared his specialist. And CFP final, Lalit ji, I think batch starts I think this week or next week. So Krishan can guide with that.
ओके, एक चीज और भी है सर, मैंने 2009 में ऑलरेडी CFP क्लियर कर लिया था आप ही के यहाँ से, लेकिन मैंने अपना CFP मार्क के लिए रजिस्टर नहीं किया था, इसलिए मेरा वो इनवैलिड हो गया।
ओके।
2009 में कंप्लीट था मेरा, आप ही के थ्रू किया था मैंने ICFP के थ्रू
जी,
लेकिन मैंने अनफॉर्चुनेटली रजिस्टर नहीं कर पाया था CFP मार्क के लिए, तो वो 5 ईयर वैलिड था, तो वो मेरा इसलिए वो डिनाई कर दिया गया, इसलिए मुझे दोबारा सारा
एक बार फिर कराएंगे आपको, डोंट वरी।
तो सर मेरे से कांटेक्ट कैसे होगा फिर आपसे?
कृष्ण वशिष्ठ फ्रॉम माय टीम विल कॉल यू इमीडिएटली सर, अगले 10 मिनट के अंदर आपको फोन करेंगे।
ओके, श्योर, थैंक यू।
इफ द नीड भी हो मेरे से भी बात करा देंगे।
Namisha ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, first of all, thank you so much for this informative session. Sir, I have a question. Actually, you have already cleared these things, but I have one doubt. I have done MBA in marketing, but in first semester and in second semester, finance subjects like cost accounting, management accounting, all these subjects were covered. I have a 16 years of banking experience. I have cleared my MP, IRDA and licensure exam. So am I eligible for this?
Namisha ji, can you share a scan copy of your degree and let us have a look at it?
Yeah, sure, I can share. Where I have to share?
Krishan, if you can call Namisha ji, take note of her name, please call her immediately after the webinar and we will help her.
Yeah, actually all these things are already mentioned in my mark sheet, and even in transcript also they have mentioned that they have covered these are the subjects of the finance.
Yeah. Perfect. So let us have a look at it. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, Chanchal, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Actually, my question has already answered, but still, I just wanted to clarify. I have done, PhD in general, whereas, I have studied, finance and accounting and everything in, BBA and PhD as well. And I have 8 years of experience in, mutual fund industry and banking. So, am I eligible for this challenge pathway?
What is your PGDM says? What is the name of the PGDM?
Post, I mean, that was general.
Then it will not be. It has to be finance, economics, banking, investments, commerce, that kind of stream. It cannot be a general one.
Okay, but throughout my all the 4 semester, I studied accounting, financials, and these subjects.
See,
Chanchal, what we can do is you please connect with our counselor and they'll guide you properly one-on-one, because here we have lots of participants and
Okay, sure.
I'll also share my number if you need.
Please call him immediately and assist him. Yeah.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir. Yes, Amit ji, please go ahead.
No, Amit is done. You need to go for Vivo or Udita.
Okay. Yes, Vivo I2203. Please go ahead.
Sir, good evening. Good afternoon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Myself Sai Kumar. I'm just a graduate and I have an experience of 7 years, and I done my JIB, CIB in banking. So, am I eligible or not?
So for CIB, I already mentioned that it's not there in the specified list, but you can send me. I will have to check one-on-one. Yeah?
Actually, previously I checked in some of one website, and previously it is eligible, but now you are mentioned it's not.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, to be on a safer side, let's reconfirm rather than me giving you a wrong information.
Yes, so I probably JIB or CIB is not eligible for challenge status.
So you send us your maybe profile or something to our team, and we will get back to you.
Fine, thank you.
राजेश,
Yeah.
ये CFP challenge status के लिए masters is mandatory in a banking, finance, means finance related domain.
Right.
First thing, and it is required a 1 year minimum experience in the relevant field. Is it correct?
May I know who the person is? I can't see.
Amit here.
Amit.
Yeah.
So Amit ji, masters plus 3 years experience, not
3 years experience. अच्छा, ठीक है. And second thing ये है कि after the CFP उसके बाद every year we have to renew the CFP license या जो उसका accreditation है. So we have to pay some fees. तो उसका कुछ CPD points भी we have to accumulate some around I think 14 या 15 CPD points. तो ये CPD points जो है वो CFP पे available रहता है?
Yeah. Let me cut short it. So Amit ji, CFP मैंने शुरू में भी एक एनालॉजी दिया था CFP को CA से. So जब एनालॉजी दिया था, I was never trying to say CFP और CA बराबर है. Okay, what I was trying to give you, the systems are same. They are 2 designations. Similarly, जैसे CA is a membership based program, meaning to say अगर मैं चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूँ, मुझे हर साल ICAI के साथ अपना मेंबरशिप रिन्यू करना पड़ता है. I pay a renewal fee every year to the board. Similarly, in CFP also I pay an annual fee every year. Okay, so annual fee जो है $110 वो देता हूँ, plus उसके साथ, so that's very minimal, $110 साल का एक बार, and उसके साथ मुझे 25 CPD points लाने होते हैं. CPD points क्या होते हैं? There would be a lot of events, online events happening by FPSB. कोई webinar होगा, कोई tax update होगा, कुछ भी अलग-अलग तरह के events होते हैं. आप उनको attend करोगे, you will get 3 points, 5 points likewise. वो accumulate करके 25 points हो गए आपके, that's all. That's very simple. It's not like you go and earn it somewhere. Yeah, Kanhaiya, can we have next?
Udita ji, please go ahead.
Hello. I have experience of 30 years in banking in State Bank of India. Plus, I have done ICWA Inter and DBM, Diploma in Business Management. Am I eligible?
No, ICWA Inter is not. You have to be a CWA then, qualified CWA.
Oh, okay.
You can take the regular pathway, Udita.
Right, I already enrolled. Thank you.
Yes.
Subhas.
Yes, Subhashji, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I completed my graduation in arts. So I have an LIC agent from last 20 years. So can I clear?
No, you need to be a postgraduate. Postgraduate.
Yeah, I have completed a BA degree.
No, postgraduate I'm saying, sir, master's
Okay.
degree. और वो भी
Okay,
specified जो मैंने लिखा था उनमें होना चाहिए.
Okay, okay.
Yes, Jinesh ji.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Jinesh Thakkar.
Yes. Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, actually, I have completed my CA IPCC Group 1 along with 3 years particle check. So, am I eligible for this?
No, you have to be CA, complete CA. You have all levels you have to qualify. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Prisam ji, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, I have done BMS, Bachelor of Management Studies in Finance, in 2017.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Then I joined a job. I have total 5-year experience of Bajaj in Bajaj Finance. Then in between I done MCom, Master of Commerce, but in marketing. So am I eligible?
तो MCom marketing में.
Yes.
आपका डिग्री क्या बोलता है MCom?
Currently MCom marketing.
नहीं, अगर डिग्री MCom बोलता है तो
degree no. My degree is BMS, Bachelor of Management Studies in Finance.
जो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिग्री है वो क्या बोलता है? What is written on your post graduate degree?
MCom in marketing.
That's fine, but अगर MCom लिखा है तो चलेगा.
Okay, sir.
Lavleen ji, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Then, yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. I am Lavleen. I have completed my MBA 12 specialization. That is the MBA Finance and HR. I have 10 years of teaching experience, and after 2020, I completed NISM certification. Now I am in associate with the mutual fund distributor. Okay. So can I eligible to join the CFP?
Yeah, so you mentioned, Lavleen, as much as I could gather, because there is a background echo happening as well. So you mentioned you are an MBA Finance plus 10 years of teaching experience. Yes, absolutely eligible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Anish ji, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead. Ask your question.
Sir, I was asking, I have gone through this webinar for this challenge pathway. Just wanted to know, like, there will be regular classes for the challenge pathway?
So
face-to-face, I mean.
Anish, it will be face-to-face, but online live classes. It will not be physical. It will be live classes on Zoom.
Even for the level 4?
Yeah, level 4. It will be live classes on Zoom.
And sir, what about the regular pathway? Will there be face-to-face for them?
So physical classes you are saying for the regular pathway?
Yeah.
Yeah, regular pathway you have that option, but for challenge pathway it will be only and only live classes.
For 1, 2, 3, and 4 also, everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Last question.
One raise, yes, the last question, last raise hand I can see. Please go ahead. 8987. Hello, may I know your good name?
Hello.
Yes, what's your good name?
My name is Tapas, CMA Tapas Kumar Barat.
Yes, Tapas ji, please go ahead.
Actually, I am a CMA and I have been trying to contact your ICOFP for last more than 6 months to know about this course. So I was eagerly waiting for this challenge pathway. Myself being CMA, actually just now I heard, though it was not mentioned in the your presentation, the CMA is eligible, but
CMA is eligible. CMA is eligible. Yeah. Tapasri, you are.
Acha, actually, what I want to know is recently I have retired from the service and I am 60 plus now. So do you think I am able to contribute to the profession in any way or other?
Sir, I have participants who are 70 plus now, Army veterans, Navy veterans coming and doing it. So don't worry, you are far younger than many of the batchmates.
Okay, that's very encouraging one. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, one pretty interesting question by Vishal ji here. The referred books are physical or digital copy. So the books that we're going to give you, Vishal ji, are all physical books, the printed books. Of course, we will give you e-copy of that too, but that will be for your own reference. But all the books and workbooks that we give you will be in physical. Vishal, if you may have I think more intriguing questions as well. You are connected with me on LinkedIn as well. You can always ping me there as well, and I can help you with more information there. And my team is anyways there. They will call you. Kanaya, please save the chat because I can see a lot of participants have shared their number in the chat, and the team needs to reach them out pretty quickly. Help them.
Definitely, sir. Sir, I cannot see any question unanswered. Probably, I think we should close this session now.
Colonel Seth, I have seen your message, sir. I have another meeting at 1, so I'll be rushing for that. Allow me some time. I'll connect with you. I'll take your number from the team and I'll connect with you in the evening, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Rajesh, sir.
So thank you, Kanaya, and thank you everybody for joining us. All those who are eligible, sign up today. You save 50,000 rupees. You take this advantage of becoming a CFP in 2 to 3 months time. And I would love to see all of you in joining our classes. Would love to see you live in the batch. So thank you so much for joining us, being here today. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.